Alright, so this is going to be a quick video on why it's kind of stressful doing these drone trips that I do and how things can go belly up very quickly. Not that this has, at least not yet. So, the Coast Guard Cutter Eagle, which is America's largest tall ship, one of the few that we have, is a Coast Guard training vessel, originally built by the Nazis in World War II. She doesn't come north that often, but when she does, it's normally Boston or Gloucester or a few other places north of Boston that I don't have access to, like Canada, things like that. The trick is Boston and I believe the Gloucester area now, not a few years ago, are no-fly zones because whenever she goes to Boston, she's right next to Logan Airport. However, she's coming to Rhode Island tomorrow. So the plan originally, and this is when I contacted the Coast Guard and they got back to me and said they would love to have my work done or love to see me do the job, whatever, you get the idea. So she was scheduled to be here, which is Fort Adams, which is technically a state park, which is a no-fly zone, but she was originally going to be coming up this line, which is kind of the general shipping line, closer to shore, further away, whatever. I knew she was going to be here. So I contacted the manager of the Castle Hill Inn, which is a very prestigious, very expensive, most of the time, hotel, and I said, listen, your parking lot right here is literally the perfect spot to get her what would, I'm guessing would be some kind of big fanfare up this shipping lane or this lane here. Sure, he called me back. Sure, no problem. We normally don't allow drones to operate, but given the situation and it's for the Coast Guard, you're allowed to. Thank you. Well, I wake up today. The Eagle is already in Newport, Rhode Island. It's already here. So, number one, a bummer of not seeing her, probably still with some of her sails up, some of her canvas up. She's not going to be coming through here. She's already here. Also, this is about a mile, give or take, which I've gone 7 miles before, but that's open ocean. If I was to take off from the parking lot and have to go this way, I have the hotel, I have a Coast Guard station right over there, Coast Guard Station Castle Hill, which I've actually been to before. And then, of course, we have the other fort that's over here, Fort Weatherhill State, whatever, this is this area here, and whatnot to get to here. That's also going to kill my battery life. So, what I've done is I spent the better part of my lunch break today, and my 15 for that matter, contacting every major area here where it's public and not a forest or private property, and all of them said no, except Livingston Marina. So, in a Hail Mary type of pass, they are allowing me to take off and land from this area, the beach. I asked specifically, I don't want to be amongst the people here and, whatnot. I just want to be on the beach, and they said that's fine. However, and this is the other thing, I was originally going to get there at 8 a.m., and from what they've told me, she was going to... Why am I doing this split screen still? She was going to be docking at Fort Adams here, or here, at between 9 and 10. But given that I was never told, and it was maybe an oversight on both our parts, that she would already be here, I don't want to take the risk. The other thing is that if I stay till sunset, which is at almost 8 o'clock, or 8 o'clock, what is it? Hey Siri. She's not going to listen. Long story short, this is going to be a very long day for me because I know I'm not going to sleep tonight because this is one of those rare opportunities for me, like I like to get myself into. The Eagle doesn't come up here that often. When she normally does, it is non-obtainable to film her. This is an opportunity where I can film her. Sure, I can't get her probably at sail. I mean, I could have gone all the way down here, most likely. But if I can film the sunrise, which is at 5:30, the sun opens, yeah. The sun comes up about this way. I'm not going to zoom out. So getting her, if she's still facing this way, against the bridge in the background and so on, would be kind of cool to get a sunrise shot. And of course, I will be there for, hopefully, if she doesn't move yet, she shouldn't be at sail, 0.1 knots. We'll hit refresh there in a minute. Hopefully I can film the sunrise, maybe get a few pre-dawn shots, so, basically night, long exposure, and get her going down to Fort Adams. But this whole situation went from, yes, I have something planned, yes, things are set in stone, I have permission, blah, 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 to, okay, now what do I do? Both in terms of taking off and landing, both in terms of being able to even reach my target destination, which is the Eagle. Yeah, so I've been under a little bit of stress recently because more than one personnel at the Coast Guard has messaged me via email saying they can't wait to see the photos I get, because I've done some scouring. There's a couple of drone videos, one of them entering Gloucester, but not a lot of air photos of her, you know, from the unique perspective of a drone. So hopefully I can give the Eagle the Smith treatment here. I just really, really hope that she does not move from her current position until I'm at least there. Now, I plan on getting here at about 4 o'clock in the morning. That gives me an hour before there's first light and an hour and a half before sunrise. Now, I mentioned before, the marina here, and this video is almost over, don't worry, the marina here is letting me take off and land from their beach or whatever. But right here, from what I can tell via Google, which this won't let me do, so let me pull up. Is this Google Maps? Yes, it is. I just lost my place. Oh, here we are. So right north of the marina, and I would be doing this with screen capture, but it's not installed right now. I don't have that kind of time. I don't know what this is. If I go up a little bit, it looks like it's just a get-together with some picnic tables and stuff, and of course a beach. So I plan on getting up there about an hour before sunrise, a little bit more, to get some long exposure shots of the ship while she is, you know, at anchor, basically. Hopefully she doesn't move before I get there. That's the big thing. If I knew for a fact that they said, Ryan, we are not moving at all until 9 o'clock or 9:30, between 9 and 10, even like 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. But I don't know that, and this place is an hour and a half away. Financially, that's going to kill me for gas money and stuff, so I just, above all else, and this is the last I'll say in this, I want to do this. This is a ship that I've wanted to see in person, let alone film, so wish me luck. Probably not going to be able to take a nap, so... the other thing, too, real quick, this is part of what people ask me, am I nervous when I fly? No, especially over open water where I know there's nothing in the way. What I am nervous about, or what causes trepidation, is there security here? Is this public? Is it private? Blah, blah, blah. I'll be there at 4 in the morning, so it's not like 1. Is some Joe Schmo going to drive by and tell me, hey, you can't fly here? You know, driving all the way here, which is a route and a half, by the way, given that it's basically an island. Yeah, so should be fun. I am going to take the tour. What I intend to do is, once I do the morning stuff and she gets over to her destination, I will go to, at that point, get breakfast and edit a couple photos and get them printed at a local Walmart and give them to, you know, the XO and the CO. But this is like the most stressful it could be for me, with the exception of going, you know, really, really far away, like Maine or New Jersey, because it's a one-shot deal. You know, if I want to go film the New Jersey and I get there and it rains, okay, that sucks. I'll be able to go back next year. This is not something that I know will happen every year. This is not something that does happen all the time. I looked at the Eagle's schedule. She's not coming up north anytime this year. This is the most northern trip that I'll have accessibility for. So wish me luck, and I hope you look forward to the video. Later, guys.